Good afternoon. Yesterday, we had a death in the family. Uncle Mike Parker, passed away rather suddenly at the age of 77. The last time we were all together as a family was in late April at my sister's wedding. And Uncle Mike, Aunt Trudy, certainly were a very important part of those festivities. Uncle Mike's passing is a huge loss for our family and our extended family. With the exception of my father, who passed away 32 years ago, Mike's death represents the first of my parents' generation. So our extended family is going to be going through a sizable shift. For me personally, Uncle Mike's death is going to hit me very hard. Growing up in northern Kentucky, Uncle Mike was a huge part of my life growing up as an adolescent. Whether it was going down to visit the Parkers in Nashville, Tennessee, or the Parkers coming to visit us in the greater Cincinnati area, for the first 13, 14 years of my life, there was not, I think, a quarter of the year which went by without us having some significant interaction with Uncle Mike, Aunt Trudy, and the Parkers. Uncle Mike was on a mission in the early 1990s to go visit all of the old historical baseball stadiums before they were torn down. And in 1992 and in 1993, I got incorporated on a number of the trips to Tiger Stadium in Detroit, Michigan, and later Indian Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Baseball, sports, always an important part of my interacting with Mike Parker. And I especially remember in 1993 when I was visiting the Parkers for a few weeks down in Franklin, Tennessee, how my cousin Robert and I were going to go to a Nashville Sounds AAA baseball game on a Friday night. And wouldn't you know it, the Sounds played all the way into the 21st inning. And Mike was a trooper. We stayed at the stadium until the game was over at like 2 or 3 in the morning. So Mike was very important in some of my early development. I also remember, of course, how we would caravan together to our annual, at the time, a Gulf Shores, Alabama family reunion. Day one, my immediate family would drive from northern Kentucky down to Nashville, and then Saturday morning we would be driving down together from Nashville all the way to Gulf Shores. And we all knew you ride with Uncle Mike because he would always make all of the bathroom stops, all of the food stops, and of course we would get there before everyone else. I learned some of my appropriate or inappropriate sense of humor from my interactions with Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike was there when my father, Kimball McKee, Kim, went into a coma in late August 1992. He got Aunt Trudy up to northern Kentucky from Nashville in less than 3 hours. We can't forget that. He has been a constant presence my entire life. The Parkers have been. And his absence is going to be felt. Right now, I'm still in a sense of shock that He just passed away. He was only a few days from his 78th birthday on Friday. His absence is going to be felt, but his impact is going to be remembered. And as much as other relatives who've passed on have made an impact on me, he's had an impact on me in ways which are probably going to be more conscious as we remember him. Uncle Mike was a strong, conservative, evangelical Christian. We absolutely believe right now he is at rest from all of the troubles of this world, but he is rejoicing in the presence of Jesus and in the presence of other saints from our family who have gone before him. He certainly knows a lot more things about how the universe is run than I do right now, and a lot more about what God's plans are for the ages, as much as I may try to probe those things. This afternoon, today, we don't know any of the specific timetable of his funeral plans, but we are expecting his funeral and burial to be taking place this upcoming weekend. We will be remembering many of the good times we shared with Mike Parker, the many experiences we've had, some positive, some not so much. Mike Parker was a U.S. Navy Vietnam veteran. We will most definitely be remembering him for his service, even if they involve a few inappropriate jabs at the USS Shangri-La, where he served in the radar department as an officer. We always remember how after graduating from college, he had to go to officers training school, 6 weeks of hell. This is a ministry post, so I can't really go into anything beyond that. And Mike will be laid to rest alongside of a number of our other family members who have already passed away. So there's going to be a lot of emotions the next few days. Please remember my aunt, Trudy Parker, my cousins Sarah, Jennifer, Robert, their families. Our family and the Parkers have been, very, very close for many, many years. So we're going to be definitely playing an important role in offering them solace and comfort and encouragement in the days ahead. And we ourselves are going to be remembering the good times we shared with Uncle Mike, some of the difficulties and battles we fought alongside one another in, and certainly making sure that the legacy, the impact he had on us is never forgotten, and that regardless of what the future may be, we always remember, what would Mike Parker do in this situation? And of course, he had a laugh, a presence which will never be forgotten.